Hi, I'm Lisa Dillon. I'm here with Christine Yodsukar, and she will be teaching a class for OPPA in July. And her class is on selling with emotion, and she's going to teach us all about how she earned her $4,200 client average, portrait sales average, which is something I would love to have. So I've already signed up for the class. I was the first one right out of the gate. But what I'd like to know is a little bit more about you. So I watched your little webinar about scheduling time, and I know you're a very organized person. Tell me how that organization helps you to have work-life balance.
Yeah, well, I'm a very unorganized person, which is why I had to do this for myself, because if I don't schedule my day and I'm just left to my own devices, I'm that like hippie Aquarius person. I'll just wander outside and it's like, who will I meet today? That is totally my personality. So yeah, scheduling my day is crucial for me to make sure that I get everything done in my business that I need to get done, but also to make sure that I have family time. Because I will definitely go one way or the other, and I would just spend a whole day with my son and be like, well, I did not get any work done today. Or the opposite, I will just work and be like, at the end of the day, realize I didn't even see him or engage with him at all. So scheduling it makes sure that I do everything that I need to do. And then I look at it almost like I'm an employee of my own business, which really helps me because then I'm like, well, I have to do this right now. So,
awesome. Yeah. And I know you use the alarm feature on your phone.
Yes.
And I have adopted that.
Yay!
So far, I've done a lot of ignore. I'm really having a hard time with getting up every 50 minutes and walking around and drinking water. I know that I need to do that, so I schedule it in, and then when it comes and I'm in the middle of something, I look at it and I say ignore, and then I think Christine would not be happy with me every single time I do that. So you're in my brain, it's in there.
Good.
How do you make yourself follow the schedule? Because there's really nobody making you do it. And I know this girl gets up at 4:30 in the morning. It's
5:30.
Okay. 5:30. Okay. But still, that's crazy. How do you make yourself do it? Where do you get that discipline from?
I think for me, the discipline comes from the 80-20 rule. So I give myself 20% of the time to not be on my schedule, to go to bed late and wake up with my son when he wakes up. So I give myself, it's like with a diet, right? Like you cannot eat 1,200 calories or whatever it is consistently every single day for, 90 days. You won't keep it up. So just like a diet, with scheduling my day and with productivity, I make sure that I allow myself to have those days where I'm doing the 20% that's not scheduled, and then I don't beat myself up for it. I'm okay with that because I know that I need that balance to then go hard the rest of the time. So be easy on yourself.
So you give yourself cheat days?
I give myself cheat days, yes.
Awesome.
Exactly, yeah. I give myself cheat days and everything except for marriage.
Okay, that's good.
I don't give myself cheat days there, but diet, working out, business, I give myself cheat days.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I like that philosophy. I like cheat days.
Yeah.
Don't like them a lot. So you mentioned your son, Forrest. He is 2, right?
He is 2.5.
2.5. What is your favorite thing about Forrest?
I think my favorite thing about him is just watching him experience the world. It's so pure, his experience of it and how he reacts to it, and that's so beautiful.
I have a 2.5-year-old granddaughter, so I feel like I'm living this with you, although I don't have to do the bad stuff. I don't have to get up in the nighttime, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I just get to do all the loving and the fun stuff. But you're right. seeing through the eyes of a child, it just makes the world magical again.
Yes.
And you can forget about the bad stuff that's happening when you're just seeing a butterfly through a 2-year-old's eyes.
Yes. Yes.
It's pretty amazing.
Yes.
Now, you live in Portland now, but you haven't always lived here. You came from La La Land, right?
Yes. Yeah. We moved here from Los Angeles, and I grew up in Boston.
Boston. Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Your business is in 2 locations. You have your studio here in Portland, but you have a large business presence in California. How does that work? Are you here for certain times of the month, or do you just go down there for events? How do you manage 2 locations?
Yeah, so our physical location is here, and legally our business is here, but we still have so many clients in Los Angeles, and they're amazing clients, repeat clients, amazing referrers, and we did not want to let that go. So basically I just go to Los Angeles 1 or 2 times a month, and I'll schedule it depending on my clients. So usually the first client to book, I will take whatever date is good for them, and then the next clients I'll schedule it around that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And you use the same sales techniques in both places?
Yes. So here in Portland, my clients that come in, we do everything in person in the studio. And then with my clients that I travel to, if we have time, I will do the design consultation in person just on my laptop. I had one recently that we ended up in a Jamba Juice, and it was totally ridiculous, but they still loved the whole experience. They got their artwork. It was amazing. But other than that, because that's more rare, because usually I'm stacking my sessions while I'm there. So normally for those sessions, we just do a virtual design consultation,
Okay.
which is really fun too, and it follows the same exact process.
So this technique that you'll be teaching us at the class will have broad
Yes,
use.
no excuses.
Okay. She'll
Yes.
be in your head if you do it differently.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about the recent surprise engagement that you were able to photograph and then do your sales appointment right afterwards.
Yeah. So we have an amazing couple, and of course the one half of the couple didn't know that this was happening in the beginning, but the groom-to-be contacted us. He said, I'm gonna propose, we're gonna do it in Whistler, you guys have to be there. And so yeah, we went up there, and it was just so much fun. It was such an adventure because they know us, so she knows what we look like. So we had to be incognito.
Big nose.
And yeah, those glasses with the fake nose and the mustache. Yeah, and so then after he proposed, we got to surprise her that we were there. And so then I had packed a backpack of all of their like fancy clothes and stuff. So they changed right there. We did the engagement session right then and there. And then we split up for dinner. It had been a long day at that point. I was like, I'm gonna do this part of it in my room. So we split up for dinner, and then we got back together super late. I think it was like 11 p.m. at this point. And it was just, again, on my laptop in their hotel room. But I took them through the same process, and the key really was that all of the stuff leading up to that point, everything that happened before, is really where I gave them so much value. So that by the time we get to the design consultation, it really didn't matter that it was on a laptop, that we were in their room, that it was 11 p.m. and we were tired. They were just so ready for that. And so yeah, it was amazing. We built an amazing album. It's being finished up right now. I can't wait to deliver it to them.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So can you give our viewers just one little sales tip that they can take with them while they wait for your class?
Yes. I love tips. I'm gonna give you guys a big one, actually. I hope that's okay. And this happens before the session. This happens on the first phone call. I'm big about phone calls. I use email as like follow-up and to reiterate, but all the good, juicy stuff happens on the phone, because that's really where we can connect with people, where we can build that value and really listen to them and serve them. So when I have my first phone call with an inquiry, they've emailed me and I say, let's set up a call. So we get on the phone, and the first thing that I want them to do is the thing that they have been wanting to do. So I want them to have what they want right away. And when people want a photo shoot, what they immediately think about is what they're gonna wear, what location. So I just ask them, I get straight to that stuff, which for me doesn't matter. I don't care what they're wearing, I don't care about the location, because that's not really what I'm photographing. But I want them to tell me those things. So I'll just say, what are you envisioning for your photo shoot? Who are you doing it with? Where are we? So that way it lets them get all that stuff out so they feel heard. The one thing that they've been thinking about this whole time, they were able to tell me about it. And then after that, I can move into the good stuff, the emotional stuff, selling with emotion. And that's when I start asking them the deeper questions about the relationships of the people with them. So I think the biggest tip is know what your clients want, what they're expecting. Give that to them first, because that's really an amazing way to serve them, and then go above and beyond by getting in deeper with that stuff that's really going to blow their minds.
So if I'm understanding you, you're saying that by engaging the emotion before the shoot ever happens, they've already connected with the images that don't even exist yet.
Yeah, exactly.
I like that. All right.
Yes.
Well, I am excited for your class. This
Me
is going to be great. And for the first time in OPPA history, we will have the opportunity for people to buy a live stream ticket.
Yes!
So if you are not in the Portland area, but you would still like to attend this class, or say you don't want to fight traffic, I hear you. You can buy a live stream ticket. It's exactly the same as a regular ticket, but you'll be watching it at home or anywhere, I suppose. But you'll be watching it on your computer or your phone, and we're reaching out to the world on this one. So first time ever. If this is a great success, then we will hope to offer more live stream events.
Yes, it will be.
Thank you, Christine.
Thank you. I'm so excited.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. See you there.